fucking asshole. Let's go, motherfucker. Let's go, motherfucker. I'll have your head, motherfucker. Kill me, motherfucker.
Take this!
Off the edge. Guard. This is fucking Sparta.
Fuck, I forgot how to drift.
Huh. Interesting poetry.
Fuck. I'm
Falls
gonna
at
have to take a tutorial.
falls at AAB. Sort of pattern. Hey, you little shit. Leave me somewhere. Don't just stand there. It is. Now, what's this thing? Oh, cool. I can rotate this. Rotate. Face the geo. Face somewhere. I don't fucking know. Where are you supposed to be facing? Oh,
What do you
cool.
what do you think of McCree's nerfs? Never got your opinion on that.
What did they nerf? I never looked into it.
They nerfed his reload speed and his roll distance to getting to cover.
Really? That's the only fucking two? Really?
Well, it basically, the whole point of that is,
disappointing.
you can say disappointing, but you're less likely to encounter McCrees who spam fan the hammer in front of your face when they roll after you.
I know.
And then they decide, hey, let's buff Reaper's health regen to 35%, so he's even harder to kill now. Even though I thought he was already pretty good as is, even if they did nerf his damage. And then they made... I really don't understand. If I'm correct, they said they readjusted Moira's Coalescence reason. Because it doesn't buff ability or something. Or her damage, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the term resources means in Overwatch. They didn't really explain it in the patch notes. Or the experimental for real. But yeah, their goal is to basically nerf McCree pretty hard.
Which is a close range shoot you in your fucking mouth type of character.
Well, not exactly. What they're going for is they want Reaper to kind of have the traits of McCree in terms of like being mid-range, and then having the dash ability to, you know, mobility of Tracer. So they're trying to go for a balance between both characters into one character, essentially. Which I don't know how that's gonna go. That kind of sounds complicated.
It's all part of one big schematic, I guess.
Yeah.
Part of the plan. Also, I still don't know why fucking these trees are growing on the side of a mountain. But okay,
Well,
game developers.
or they can. Don't even ask. The game developers are, well, you know, something.
Because I would understand if it's on the top of a fucking mountain, of why there's grass and trees, but there's only a tree sticking out like a... where the fuck?
Yeah. Oh no, it sounds more like a complicated issue.
There we go. Teleport waypoint unlocked. Now I can probably read. The one who may ascend is the one who controls the top of the three mountains. The sun, moon, and stars shall each shine, and auspicious signs shall be sent by the three divine birds.
Oh, and they basically nerf, I don't know even if it's a nerf, but they nerf Baptiste's charge jump, so it takes from 0.7 seconds to 1 second. I do feel quite the difference. I'm just already playing as Baptiste, and I feel quite the slight difference. Apparently they said he was the reason for the nerf is because, oh, he has so many offensive options like regen bursts, which barely gives him health, and not mention immortality. But sure, in a 1v1 setting, that's good and all, but doesn't really make him that defensive in my opinion. You know? Because immortality feels basically useless against, I don't know which character specifically.
If there's 3 fucking birds, then where's the third? I see only 2. Unless it's coming from the same direction. That bird comes from there. I could probably just go and fly over to this other bird station. Because the game is practically shining it like a beacon. Know where I should go for the next bird. I wonder how long it took to design this game. So honestly, it seems like it took a long time to actually make this game, considering the sound design is so well, the open world is nice, everything.
And that and the game is accessible to mobile people as well.
Which I saw somebody playing the mobile version. Apparently it's like the one I'm playing now, except minus the buttons. There's my bird. There we go. Another bird done. Now where's my third one? Cause yeah, this world is so open that it's practically endless on what you could do. That's what amazes me about some open world games. It's so open, you just there's so much shit to do. And compared to Fallout 4, and all the other games except for Fallout 3, I gotta say this one actually did it right. What came to open world adventure, they did it right with this one. Up in the 3 mountains, and there's 3 divine birds. I have to find 3 shining birds on top of the mountains.
Alright, did you also hear about the fact that they're gonna adjust healers to basically all healers to auto heal? So like no longer you just have Mercy who just has regeneration help, but just go to basically every single healer. And I was thinking in my mind, how is that gonna work? That every healer has self-healing.
Well, we are getting closer to the final parts of their plan, so maybe this is part of it. Their whole get in your face sort of thing. Okay, I guess we're moving over to the brig era.
well, they want to go to a first-person shooter era, but I was like, if every healer can self-heal themselves, including Baptiste, I was like, what does that technically mean for, like, Mercy's healing, who could at least practically stay the only character that practically has health regeneration as of yet. Gonna be practically irrelevant. You have, like, frickin' Zenyatta, who will not only just regenerate shield armor, but his own health too. You know?
Yep. But yeah, despite how much people hate Brig, we're getting into that era, whether they like it or not.
Yeah, you might get... I don't know.
Because Brig can support our allies and get in people's faces, and also fucking self-regen, depending upon
What?
circumstances, of course. So we're technically going to the Brig era at this rate.
Well, she is gonna be already... Just her healing without even have to do melee is something else. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep. And people hate her so much, but we're starting to take traits from her as this new era is unfolding. I kinda like it. Especially with the whole support role. The support role is basically Brigitte's motto. Don't just stay in the back line. Get up there. Get on the front line. Support your allies.
Well, the supports are now have more, you know, they basically have to do more.
Yep.
I mean that's fine by me. But at the same time, I can see it going downhill depending on the scenario. Like characters like Brick, who already were practically get in your face type of deal. Like think about like what I'm curious is like, what would Lucio when he's on speed boost have self healing? If that's the case, that's gonna be broken. Probably not as much. It's probably not gonna be like as much as like say Baptiste, where they specialize specifically on healing. But you might, if he has freaking healing on speed boost, oh, that's gonna be cancer to kill.
Yep. Especially if you have him jumping around the fucking place.
Oh no, you just have him jumping around. He has his ult. He has his own self-healing, you know, considering he can switch to healing anytime he pleases, so... It could go badly, or they could, you know, do a nice balance patch.
I don't know where to go from here. Oh, there. I don't want to fall off. My God, I don't want to take the climb. Oh, cool. Apparently there's a floating temple above here. This place... still can't believe that they shoved Eula in my face even more by this new fucking trailer they put out.
I don't know. What can you expect, you know?
And I'm just over here like, oh, that's interesting and all, but why can't you fucking give me her? Let's see here. Shop. Ship. Okay. Well, just like the whole hey listen, I think I just got used to fucking Paimon at this point.
Yeah, it gets. You literally just don't even know she's there, honestly.
Well, then I listened to a whole fuckload of dialogue between my main character and her. Just them going on about lore, and lore, and lore, and lore. So much lore that there's no more lore to lore.
I was literally like the other day reading about some reason some people might not get into Genshin Impact or why they don't like it.
Oh, boss.
And
What's the reason?
oh, the story's boring, the combat gets dull over time, and well, you know.
The what gets dull over time?
The combat. That's what I read on a Reddit post.
If you have the same fucking set of characters, yes, it tends to get fucking dull, but
Well, it's not like. Just think about it in terms of like variety.
Men for that.
Yeah, I'm not saying it. You're free to think whatever you like, but to me, I just think like if you have like just 5 elements, plus the characters do the exact same thing, like just maybe better than others. Like you might have like a fire person who has instead of a fireball like him, they'll use a fire sword, and then you have another character that has the same element and fights with a fire sword too. It's depends really in terms of variety. As for story, I do technically just skip over it. Nothing really interesting because they just fill you in with the lore a little too much. I always did like those games that had like intense lore and like an intense scene, but
honestly,
you know.
the one main reason I like this game, other than sound design and game performance, is well, just the whole open world aspect. I could literally go anywhere, and there'd be a quest waiting for me.
Sadly, that isn't my thing, because I've seen practically many games do that formula, and I don't even have to play them to know that.
Am I at my slope yet? Nope, just one more glide and
Like,
at my slope.
like I'm sure you pretty much heard of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's basically a similar same thing.
Honestly, I never got into that game, and I just you referencing it now reminds me of it. Because I literally forgot about the game entirely. Just went
Well, some people
completely
call
under my
it the
radar.
Genshin Impact being somewhat a rip-off of that game, but I agree to disagree on it. Because it does have its own uniqueness. At the same time, like I said, there's a ton of games that do open world, and sometimes they fail the side quests or just the quest in general. And then the game becomes practically really darn boring to me.
You know, the funny thing is that people call things rip-offs of other things, when really it could probably be seen as just inspiration. Considering it's mostly original. I mean, it's got its own set of characters and everything.
I know.
So it's not a complete quote-unquote ripoff.
Or copy, but like, I don't know.
Because it's got its own perks. Let's see here. So, left. Oh, I've topped that mountain.
But yeah, that's all I was reading on the Reddit post. Because I was just questioning why do I feel like the game sucks, at least for me, and then I was reading other people's comments and posts about it, and I was like, huh. So I'm not the only one that sort of has that weird feeling.
I mean, it's not even that the game feels unfinished. It's just, I don't know. People have their own certain types of either game or just their own critiques. Which sometimes it's right. I mean, the combat is 50-50 for it being right.
The one thing I only have an issue with is that your dodge button is the dash. It's kind of iffy.
I usually never dodge. I use my characters.
Yes, but in terms of gameplay, I feel like that part of the aspect kind of sucks. Because if I literally am just playing a game that just literally, you have just the highest attack and highest HP, it gets dull really over time. I like to have like a little bit of movement every now and then.
True.
Like I played plenty of open world games, and anytime there's a good dodge button, and even when if they don't have one, you have those characters who have, you know, what is the term? Like a defensive shield buff, takes reduced damage. Sadly, I don't think that's a common thing in Genshin. It's more about attack. Can't really utilize defense that well.
Honestly, the only thing I ever have, you know, complaints about with combat is just some of the characters. Some of the characters' attacks are just kind of meh. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's just...
I'm not saying the game bad, but I wouldn't call it perfect either.
I mean, it has been just a year. I think. Yeah, considering it moved to console, I think a little bit after 3 months, and then 7 months in, we got, yeah, Eula joined the party.
I feel as though the game just, if it's gonna be good after like 2 more years probably, maybe then I might pick it up, but no, I feel like that.
Considering Dokkan took some improvements after 2 years.
Oh, you should have seen the Dokkan from 2015 to then like 2018. There's a big difference in terms of content.
Yeah,
in fact, the games is right now practically a success.
Like compare first anniversary to second anniversary, then compare second anniversary to the fourth anniversary. Cause fuck third.
I mean, I enjoyed the third.
I mean, granted that, but then just like after the second anniversary, skip to the fourth one, and holy shit, you see improvement.
Yeah, but to me, the third anniversary was it kind of took its shine. Fun enough, I actually was in there at the second anniversary for Global. You wouldn't believe what the hell happened. So many people were so hyped for the Super Saiyan 4s at the second anniversary that it took them a literal, like, what was it? A week just to get the game on. The people were immediately summoning on that. Basically, let's just say data got overloaded. It was the game is that good that the people have to.
Servers got overloaded.
Yep.
Servers were too packed, too fucking quick, too much traffic.
Too much traffic on summoning too. That was another reason. They said so many people basically start summoning on the banner that there would be a practically well, they practically didn't anticipate, like, you know, a huge spike of people which included new people as well. Not just the OG people who stayed to the game, but the new people who want to get those Super Saiyan 4s.
Yep.
But yeah, funny enough, it didn't even take long. I saw the banner, I summoned, and then the game somebody decide, hey, let's the game crash.
Let's have the game just crash.
Yeah, they said
Because we're too
they
desperate.
basically no, they just said in terms of like I can't even remember it, that is. I think the term was like I'm also trying to think while I'm trying to play a game, but the term was like so many people summoned on the banner that the whole summoning system kind of got overloaded, and they didn't expect. So they basically released the banner later, so the hype calmed down a little bit, slightly, because people are so damn hyped for them. Like literally, I summoned on the banner, and then I get a black screen saying you're out, and then when I come back, I have a Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and I'm like, oh. Yeah, I'm on my first multi, even though the game practically just kicked me out of the game.
I must leave no stone.
Because I didn't get to see what I got, which was kind of disappointing. I was kind of scared I got jacked for shit trash. And what, the banner stayed up for only about like a minute before it got taken down due to the error. The third anniversary went practically better. There was no such thing as that, but oh, good grief, the second anniversary was terrible. And then after I get the Super Saiyan 4s, they decide to release Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
What about the 4th anniversary?
And I wasn't like as a major problem as second anniversary, where the whole shenanigans comes from
They
where...
expected. They didn't expect, like, okay, I'm gonna give some random numbers as example. They didn't expect the entire fan base to go from like 100,000 players to like fucking whole billion. They didn't
Yeah,
expect that.
that describes their second anniversary this summer.
Cause it jumped from like, I'm gonna just
I,
do it.
I,
I'm just gonna do
if
this
you're
as an example,
asking for
but
how much, it went from 500,000 to then like, you know, 5 million basically.
yes, basically, like fucking, they didn't expect the 4.5 million to come running. Like, as soon as they open the floodgates, they're like, ah, this is not as bad, and then
That
the
and
waves
well,
came through them.
some people reboot their game just to try and get the Super Saiyan 4s. So they'd basically get a new account, so that also can be partially to blame.
I mean, grant that, but it wasn't as nearly as bad back then. With the
Honestly, every
reboots.
time I see right now the newest banners don't even bring that much hype to me. I mean,
Especially
I like the Gohan, I really do. I like how he's built. But in terms of that sort of hypeness, no, it's not exactly fully there.
honestly, the animation, it's smooth, but why the fucking Garlic Jr. saga of Z for this Gohan that's coming around?
I mean, he's gonna be coming probably tomorrow. That's my guess, because the 3-year anniversary for Legends is coming tomorrow.
Because I'd rather go to Legends and summon for that big hulking fucking Levitard than go for
I'll
the
have to take
Gohan.
a look at, I'll have to take a look at the banner itself. Wait, you would rather some for the big hunk of tard?
Fucking the tub of lard, yes. I'd rather.
Hey, don't call him that. He's beautiful in his glory.
But I'd rather sign up for that big fat bastard than Gohan over here, who's just like, okay, Garlic Jr. Saga, I guess.
Hey, he's better than Garlic Jr. at least. The only benefit, that's the only benefit of that.
In terms of stats, maybe, but
Well, in terms of passive, not in terms of animation, but in terms of passive and just his whole kit in general.
Cause yeah, the Garlic Jr. takes the fucking cake for animation. You get the fucking Hulk punch your opponent through a couple of walls.
Like, no, I'm saying, like, the animation goes for Garlic Jr., but in terms of passive, leader skill, I would still
Yeah.
go with, Gohan.
Yep.
That and Gohan freaking does much more than just Garlic Jr. Freaking heals you, gives his allies defense on passive, gives himself defense 150%, and he gets hit, he has a guaranteed chance of stun. It's basically does a lot.
Guarantee.
Chance
It's
to
just
stun as once
if
hit.
if you don't count the immunities of your opponent.
Yes, but if you're thinking of Super Battle Road, then
That's a different case.
because in there, like that's usually where I probably get my stones, and I probably would need assist in terms of, like, let's say hybrid Saiyans, like example, because we have a shitty Gohan, STR Gohan, and then Ingo, Future Gohan, where he in there basically is gonna practically shine like a star. Like, I'm looking at units as in, like, that, and he raises defense, so he's even good in long events, so I can't even, like,
Shit on them.
shit on him. Like, he basically does almost everything. And I think, and if I'm correct, he gets attack 150% on super, so he gets hit once, let's say first stage of Legendary Goku event, he can be stunned,
Yep.
Or something like that. I don't know, and as for Garlic Jr., his kit is kind of weird. It's like he does the same thing going, but instead of super extreme that he helps with, but he gets, what is it, more attack and defense on super, rather than just based on having defense without needing to super. It's like defense 60 and then attack and defense, what is it, 80%? Plus an additional 20% for extreme allies. We add that up, that's... what is that? That's like 160% attack and defense. I think that's pretty good. I just want sub save for Gogeta or Evolution Vegeta to be on that banner. I really want it to be.
Okay, so do I really need to go to Giant Stone Forest? Fuck me. Okay, so I need to go to the map because now I know what shrine of depths I have. Okay, Quincy Village. Where's the village? Quincy Village. It's by Wu Wang Hill. There it is. Okay, so right around here. Okay. I'll go check the spot then. What's happening, buddy? What's happening?
I'm just chuckling with this McCree.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
I'm a McCree with a McCree. And he's like, I don't much like losing. I'm like, I understand. And he's like, I'm with you.
By the way, I still don't understand how the fuck Kefla is still ruffling. Like, just out of the blue, nobody asked for Kefla, and yet we keep getting Kefla.
Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever it is. What exactly is it?
The thing
didn't
with
quite catch
Kefla
your
is
request.
she's out of every unit I was expecting, you know, to like be on a banner. When I saw her, I was like, I mean, she's good on fusions, maybe Happy Gals or something, but I'm looking at like Vegito Blue, LF Zamasu, and like Gogeta over here. Was more like those are like my free peaks of what I want to obtain, because then they have like other units like Nova Shenron, Ice Shenron on the banner as well.
Yep.
You know?
And I also like how this guy's fucking arguing with me over the law.
Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
And yet, literally, the original. I keep reminding him the original fucking question that was asked. The original
Oh yeah.
question, the original question that was asked in this thing was, this guy's life was in danger, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said no, technically not. And apparently, this fucker is arguing with me like he asked about the law, like if this was assault or not. It's fucking stupid. This guy's stupid. He's arguing an argument that's not even existing right now.
Oh yeah. Almost congratulations on getting close to 300 subs.
Oh my fucking god. Why
You got you got 260, and I'm just over here not even really caring anymore.
Why
My
the fuck?
channel's irrelevant.
Why the fuck do people not like? Why do people like me? Like, I'm just doing my own thing. Like, why the fuck did they come around to me?
I don't know. But I noticed you at 250, and then I take a look at your channel, because I say, hey, I randomly see what one of your old YouTube video posts, and I see your sub channel. I'm like 260, huh? You're still gonna be at 500 at this rate.
Yeah, all just for streaming a couple of games. Next thing I know, I play fucking.
Here to play?
Shut up, mage, you stupid bastard. But yeah, next thing I know, I play some new game and I get like 6 people watching. Almost immediately. And just like I said, I just walk and walk and walk, and immediately there's already a quest I can do. That's how I know somebody did open world right, and somebody wants to join my world. That's cute, but no, thank you. Because if they join my world, I cannot chat with anybody. We'd have to basically go around fighting and doing quests. We wouldn't be able to do anything else. Not chat with people or anything like that. Wonder why people want to join my world.
I'll catch up.
Like, as soon as I get co-op, everybody wants to join. Oh, this looks abandoned. This looks like something out of fucking Silent Hill.
I hate this Sombra on my team. Fucking reminds me of you.
What's she doing?
Oh, she spam voice line. You know you have been naughty, and I'm like, no. She doesn't know. I'm like,
No, here's the line. I know who's been naughty.
yeah, it's reminding me of you a little too much. Not to my liking.
Can't find anyone. What are you looking for? A book, Big Nine, where Big Nine wrote it, especially for me. I was playing with Big Nine before. You see, I started reading. But then I fell in the river. I made it out finally, but then I lost the book. Okay. But how the fuck do you know my name? People talk about you all the time. Oh my god. You travel a bit too much when people start talking about you everywhere all the time.
Oh, good grief.
Because literally, this person said, "Oh, I know your name because I hear about you all the time. People talk about you all the time."
If only that be the case for me, but nope. You know, I was thinking of, like, doing a couple of things for my channel. I don't know, I might introduce Friday Night Funkin' or something. Maybe do mods and stuff.
Oh my goodness, everyone says that I'm a very good person and can do anything. Technically correct. Nothing's impossible for me. And yes, I can help find your bug, but where do I even start with it? Carried me a long way, I know that. The water was really cold, it froze my hand stiff, I definitely didn't open it. I held it as tight as I could because Big Night is finally crawled into the riverbank. The first thing I did was find somewhere to dry the book out in the sun. I was so exhausted that I lay down and fell asleep for a while. Oh, so somebody probably stole it. So somebody stole it. It's not that it got lost in the river, it was stolen. Return to the Knights of Felonia's headquarters with Jean. I don't want to do that right now. I'll do that later. Then Lisa... I need to go talk with the lewd Lisa. Apparently. So, we're getting into the Storm Terror part of the quest. And then... I don't know what the lewd Lisa fucking wants me for. Free them. You little
Rain
bastard.
outlines your fate. Take this!
You will suffer.
Phineas!
Okay, so I probably need a fire type for the situation. Oh, Amber! I need you.
Outrider Amber, reporting.
Well, I still wonder why they say Amber is useless.
Well, because she's a long-range type character. It's too. Her own attack is the weakest, and free, her doll isn't that great, as people say it is. It's more used as a means purpose. Even though I practically find Amber to not be useless, but that's my opinion.
And mine too.
Because I would agree with the damage, like maybe her melee damage isn't that great, but in terms of like long range, I wouldn't say that.
Yep. Luxurious chest. Yeah, all sorts of shit today. Also, I like how this person, Noelle, I literally heard every last bit of dialogue from her, and I swear to God, she says she cleans for a living. I'm not even kidding. Like, not even just for a job or anything. It's literally her hobby, day and fucking night. She cleans everything, anything, and all things. Which fucking surprises me. Considering usually every other person has at least, you know, one other hobby other than cleaning. Fucking Noel Noel shares some traits of Levi over here. But yeah, this game has some interesting characters, that's for damn sure. First I hear the bookworm talk, and then I hear the maid talk.
It was my honor to serve you.
Damn it. I couldn't get up there in time. Okay, Noel, you're gonna have some of this stuff. I still don't like the fact that fucking food is what makes you heal. But considering that this is technically not entirely fantasy, it kind of makes sense.
That and well,
Because I mean, we already got books and fucking wizards. We should not add potions to that list.
that and well, you basically can collect fruits around the damn world. That it's practically free healing real estate. You don't even have to cook practically in the
Oh
game. You just
god,
collect.
no. No, that meme. Oh no.
What meme?
It's free real estate.
I'm not. I mean, I wasn't going for that intention, but sure.
That's literally what you reminded me of, because you said there's so much fucking fruit on the place, it's like free real estate.
Well, it is, if you practically think about it. You get so much food just from... You literally get 300 HP per fruit, which, unless you have a million HP, it's worth quite a bit. To like a 3,000 character. All you need is like 10 fruit and you're good to go, basically, with 3,000 HP.
Just never imagined that fucking a commercial could be turned into such a huge meme. Let's see here. Oh, that's electricity. What counters electricity? Shit, I forgot. Water is weak to electricity, considering the conduit's it. So, how about my character? Tornado! Damn, it didn't get sucked up in there. Oh, that was no problem at all. Literally shove an anima wind in her face, and they're insta-dead. Although my sword could use some adjustments. I don't know, even though my character is upgraded to 40, feels like they're weak in terms of attack. Physical damage bonus, unhit, normal, charge. Okay, and then this one's energy recharge. So I'll take the prototype Rancor, I think. Can I change my weapon yet? Thank you. Enhance with probably my level 20. if I can find it. Base attack is a lot higher now. But yeah, apparently the catalyst can go to any person who wields fucking magic abilities, apparently. So I can just basically put on Lisa and call it a day.
If you want to call it today. At least on that character. I don't know, I didn't like Lisa's in terms of how she fights. It's really wonky and really technical.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, at least for me, but it's just a bit. Just feels off. Like, it just doesn't feel right. I don't know, I guess it's probably because I was never a fan of book magic attacks.
Well, some characters do use it, and it is effective. But some characters can cast certain things at a faster speed.
Yep. Okay, so
But
souvenir shop in Liyue. And where do I get this from fucking again? Dropped by Fatui Scythian mages. Fuck. So I should have fought that mage. Oh well. But as you're saying?
Wasn't really saying anything, but I don't know, I played specific characters, like, I don't know. Like, I played so many games that I know I played, like, a mage character who uses book magic, and it's really effective, though they have, like, a really, like, the mana cost is high, but they can cast it, like, every 4 seconds or so. So it's, like, usually quick and efficient, you know?
Yep. Honestly, I play Lisa and I'm just like, it's 50-50. It's not even the moans or anything like that. It's just like, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like my style. My style is
Yeah, no.
basically, my style is basically taking the biggest hot object I can find and smashing people with it. That's why, I'm gonna try to not butcher her name this time. Bido. That's why I use Bido and Noelle frequently, because they have the biggest fucking weapons to use, and they
If
smash
you, that
people to shit
then
with it.
if you play Noelle, you should know that her barrier basically heals, so that makes it really effective.
Yep.
Like, she's a good character, honestly. She's full defense, yes, and really slow attack, but the fact that she's
Wait, are we talking about Noelle, or which character are we talking
uh,
about?
I thought you were talking about the character that looks like a maid,
That's
but
Noelle.
swings a little, huh?
That's Noelle. She's the one that's
That's
moving
the
in a circle on her charge attack.
that's the one I'm speaking of. The one even I use on the team. Due to how great she is.
I use her shield mainly for my defense. Basically, if it's a tight, cornered situation, I can always go up to my enemy, throw the fucking shield in their face, and then use my other characters to combine attacks. So far, my most deadly elemental combo is not fire, water and electricity. Next, next thing on my list would probably be cryo and fire, which apparently creates melt. So I might try it sometime. That's if I can get the character for it. Because there's only one character I can think of having the role for it. The game won't fucking give it to me. Yeah, I'm getting a little desperate because now I'm looking at videos on where the fuck I should summon if it even increases the odds at all into my favor.
Windblade!
Because Dragon Spine, fuck that. I'm not going to the top of Dragon Spine or get myself killed just to get Liyue. I'd rather not. And there we go, that's another waypoint unlocked.
You know, if I'm being frank honest, I think if my type of open world game is the one that has RPG stats to it.
RPG stats?
Oh yeah, you never played something like that, so.
I mean, I think I have, but there's only one game I can think of that goes even close to that.
What would that be?
I would say Fallout 4, but that don't fucking count, so I'll say Fallout 3. And that was a fucking long time ago.
I could give an example of a game has open world, and it's basically an RPG in of itself. It's called Black Desert.
What the fuck is that?
Think of it like Genshin Impact, but you have actual, like, stats to work on. You can work on your weapon stat, or you can work on your skill stat, which will allow you to either reduce more damage, or, you know, unlock different combos, increase damage, increase strength damage to increase more damage, increase your magic. You could be a magic caster. It's a complicated thing, but I have a knack for those type of games.
Honestly, I never heard of that game. Until now.
Well, my uncle literally let me play it, and I enjoyed the hell out of it.
$293. Grab another Intertwined Fate. I've been stocking up on these ever since the fucking beginning. 2 more days, and now I can fucking get my Intertwined Fate. And then another 5 more days, and then I can figure out my entire fucking spending situation. Actually, you know, let me just get the actual time. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah, about 4-ish days. And if it refreshes every 4 days, then I should be able to get another supply just right before Eula leaves. Cause I'm not fucking letting it go. Fuck you, Frozen. Fuck you, Elsa. I'm not letting it go.
You know what? I'd be surprised if they decide to be like, hey, in Genshin Impact, we're doing a special crossover. Dante from Devil May Cry, only for a limited amount of time.
If they want,
No.
to get like people to summon or get the game to the hype stats again, they could literally do that, and that's. You've seen practically Fortnite do it, and it works. It just works. But if we're talking,
don't even.
What do you mean?
Don't even with Fortnite. But damn, fucking, I'd fucking I'd keel over and die if that actually happens. The whole crossover.
I would definitely go. I probably might go to spending spree on that character specifically.
I would fucking keel over and die if they actually did that crossover.
And I know. I mean, the game is only out for. Usually, they don't do crossovers until like a year or two later of the game's release. You know? So who
Yep.
knows? They could or could not.
Holy shit, that is really fucking recent. As far as I was aware. Huh. Anyways. I wonder when... What the fuck is the game again? Oh yeah. I wonder when Kenna is gonna come out. Cause I like that game. At least from the trailers anyways. Where her staff is basically a bow and arrow and it's basically a venture. It's these type of games I actually miss the most. The ones that are single player.
True. I did usually have a knack for like single player games.
Cause literally
But
we had so many in the past. There was GT 4 that was technically a fucking single player. Cause you were given the option of multiplayer, you didn't have to. Then you got Fallout 3 that was single player. You have let's even go fucking farther back. By the way, Getaway, The Godfather, Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, Tom Clancy's Vietnam. Need I go on? Those are great. Those were great fucking single player games. I loved them a lot. Especially when it came down to Sims 3. Sims 3 opened up the fucking floodgates of my creativity. I still remember the first fucking house I got, by the way. Such a
oh, you
spacious,
do?
such a spacious living room and kitchen that there's so much potential I could do with it. Although back then I kind of cheated a lot more. Nowadays I know what I can do to make the amount of money to get to where I was. Grab a desk, grab a chair, and grab a computer. That's all you fucking need. You don't even need to employ yourself. You just need to write. That's all you need. One person goes out and works their little job, and the other one just goes on the computer and just types up story after story after story after story. Cause I shit you not, I get paid thousands of fucking dollars for that. In-game currency. And it comes with each and every fucking day. It's kinda how I got to where I am in Sims 4.
Hmm.
In Sims 4, the only reason I got apartments and buildings built exclusively for me is by literally just writing books. Writing books, painting pictures, painting art, and selling them. Just everything. Literally just sitting at home doing my own thing, and I literally made up to the $300,000, 300,000 simoleons, or whatever the hell the currency is in game. I proceeded to move house. And then I move house again because why not? Let's live in an apartment that is smaller than an actual house. It's pretty entertaining to actually bitch at my, you know, neighbors, which are my parents. Half the time the father would be, you know, rocking out the music too loud in the middle of the night, 3 a.m.
You know, the one thing I could agree with you on the single player aspect, because what's the term? Oh yeah, right. they had like the Crash 4 team, the people who made like the, let's just say, the new Crash game, decide to hire those people into working for Activision in Call of Duty, what is it, War? Like Black Ops, I forgot the name.
Are you talking about Warzone or are you talking about Cold
Warzone,
War?
yeah. No, Warzone.
Because Warzone is basically the fucking battle royale of the entire franchise at this point.
Yeah, but they basically hired, third-party users who basically work on, like, maybe, like, or don't even have, like, much experience on, like, battle royale games that much. They're more catered to the single-player aspect,
Yep. Let's see here. I wonder. Yeah, I might as well go talk to some people real quick. And
Fishing watch? Fishing watch. I need to see this shit. Who the hell made this game mode? I need to see. Does it really work? Buy hook, motherfucker.
If you're borrowing a book, please register it in the log. The restricted section is currently not lending any books. Oh, it's you, little cutie. It's so good to see you. More refreshing than a strong cup of tea in the afternoon.
Clearly you're meant to be working, but you don't seem to have your heart in it at all.
I mean, other than Jean, who really works that earnestly anyway? So, did you have something you needed? Or did you just come to see me? Ooh, a smooth talker. Not what I was expecting.
So, Miss Librarian, got any books to recommend?
Recommended books. Sadly, everything I'd personally recommend is all in the restricted section, which we're not currently lending out.
What's with your ominous tone?
Oh, right. Would you be interested in checking out the Devat travel guide? I think it would be quite helpful for you as travelers here.
Ooh, sounds like it could be helpful. Do you think we could take a peek?
I suppose I can try to find you a copy from the list.
Isn't this Lisa's job? What does she mean, I suppose?
Oh dear, that's unfortunate. Our copy is currently being borrowed. That said, it is now overdue. Come to think of it, quite a few of our books are now overdue. I really wish people would just return their books on time.
Whoa, is Paimon imagining things, or does the air in here suddenly feel a lot more electrified?
Such a pain. I'm going out to bring those unreturned books back. If you'd rather get your hands on that copy of the Tevat travel guide sooner, you'd better come with me.
Lisa seems really scary right now. Paimon thinks it would be best if you answer her.
You really are such a considerate cutie. Let's see. First, we can go to the souvenir shop. It's called With Wind Comes Glory. So let's meet there shortly. Cutie, you're here. Let's begin, shall we? Hello, Marjorie. Any exciting new items in stock? Why so surprised? Today is such a special day. It's only natural that I'd want a souvenir to remember it by. Oh, is that how you see it? I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. At your age, these kinds of fleeting fantasies are normal.
Well, if it's a souvenir you're after, you're in the right place. I'm sure you'll find something that strikes your fancy, Lisa. Or you could let your new friend pick something out for you. Make it more of an occasion.
Yes, yes! Let us pick!
Take a look around. There's sure to be something she'll love. This is a historical relic retrieved from some ruins by one of the Adventurers Guild. Sure, there's a bit of wear and tear, but this thing in the painting must be well over 1,000 years old. Though it doesn't make much sense to me.
My goodness! This is one of the 3 lost scrolls that make up the Northern Border Wind investigation. What is it doing here?
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
My. You clearly know a treasure when you see it. This is a work of unparalleled significance for the research of ancient people's understanding of the elements. I will gladly accept it. Goodness, is that the time? Marjorie, one last thing. About the legend of Vanessa.
Oh, so you're a fan of the gallant Lady Vanessa too? Why didn't you say so? I have all sorts of items I could recommend. For example, this lion's tooth pendant with Vanessa's name carved into it. It was once a medal awarded to a knight by the great lady herself.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness. I do apologize. I got so excited when you mentioned Vanessa. I didn't know that book was overdue, even though I take it with me everywhere. I can't believe I didn't put 2 and 2 together as soon as I saw you here. Here you go.
Well, since you look up to Lady Vanessa so very much, please be more punctual next time.
Yes, Lisa. I will be, Lisa.
Let's go and find the next overdue book.
Welcome to Good Hunter. Table for 2?
3!
Oh, my apologies. Please sit wherever you like, and call me over once you're ready to order.
So we're gonna eat first and bring up the book situation later?
Why, of course. The stress of work really takes the pleasure out of eating, don't you think?
Work is that bad, huh?
It's been getting quite busy recently. What does Lisa like to eat? She's been here a few times with Master Jean for afternoon tea before. I think she normally orders something vegetarian. A lady tends to eat cautiously on account of her physique, after all. On that note, I should probably be watching my own diet a little more.
Why don't you order us something, cutie? I'm ever so curious to know what your tastes are. I imagine that making a good vegetable soup takes good quality ingredients, cooked in the right order, at the right heat, for the right length of time. At least, those are the principles that apply when one is making potions. But from what I've heard, soup making was a popular pastime among the witches of the past.
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
Finished ordering? Sit here, let's dine together. A fine choice. I'm pleasantly surprised. A truly enchanting dish. Certainly a good fit for a witch. I am simply brimming with elemental energy after that. Time is getting on. I suppose I should carry on with this ghastly thing called work. Let's have a little chat with Sarah about her library book.
Would you like to order something else?
No, thank you. We're quite satisfied. But I'm afraid I must ask you about the Boar Princess.
The boar brisket? I'm sorry. I think we took that off the menu.
She means the book you borrowed.
Oh, of course. I came straight to the restaurant after I borrowed it and completely forgotten that I even had it. I'm so sorry, Lisa. I will bring it to the library myself as soon as I finish work.
Okay then. But make sure you don't forget this time. Right. On to our next stop then, cutie.
Better see Barbara at the cathedral if you're injured.
This is our final call for the day.
Welcome. Couples are our specialty. Let me know what you'd like and I'll wrap them up nicely for you.
Yes. Now, which book was it that has the line, "A date without flowers is a date without romance"? Why, it just so happens that I would, my kindest cutie.
Some flowers for Miss Lisa? What would you like? Mist flowers? Over there in the corner. You want them? It's just that Lisa seems to use Electro quite a lot.
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
Some flowers for Miss... Dandelions are one of our classics, and a personal favorite of Miss Flora, the shop owner. I know what you're thinking. Most flower shops don't sell dandelions. They're a nuisance to care for. Perhaps Miss Flora likes the sense of floating away to a faraway land that the dandelion evokes. Come to think of it, Miss Flora herself gives people the same impression.
You sure?
Dandelions? They actually they have a refreshing scent, similar to the one Jean wears. Thank you. Okay, time to get back to business. Donna, do you know why we're here?
Back to business? My business is selling flowers.
Once again, we see a total lack of respect for literature. The Pale Princess and the Six Pygmies. Ring a bell?
Oh, yes. Well, what happened was... Oh no, what am I gonna do? A while back, I realized it was almost due, and I was getting ready to bring it back to the library. But I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked for days, but nothing. It's like somebody stole it. It should have been there, on my bedside table, right where I left it.
Uh-oh. That Lisa does some crazy things when she gets mad.
I heard that. Well, if it really was stolen, Donna's... This is our...
Welcome. Couples are...
yes. Now, which book...
Some flowers... Dandelion... I know, come to think of it.
You sure?
Dandelions? They have a... Okay.
Back to...
The Pale...
Oh no. What am I gonna do? A while back, but I couldn't... It's...
Uh-oh.
I heard that. Well, if it really was stolen, Donna's done nothing wrong. The blame lies with the book thief. And their punishment will be 10 times worse than stealing my book.
Like Paimon said, totally crazy.
Oh, don't worry about that. As long as I remain librarian, not a single book will go missing for good. I put a unique elemental marker on each book. Our thief will have left a nice set of clues for us to follow.
When did Lisa start taking her job so seriously? Paimon always thought she was a total slacker.
Hey, sweetie. I've heard your elemental sensitivity is very strong. Why not see what you can do?
Elemental sensitivity? Oh, Paimon's got it! Use your elemental sight to look...
Mondstadt welcomes you.
Looking at the elemental traces, it does seem likely that the book was stolen.
So Donna didn't do anything wrong after all.
It's not from the restricted section, so it's hardly a book worth stealing. Whoever wanted this book so badly had a strange fixation indeed.
So what do we do now?
The elemental traces are very faint, but I can tell that the thief took it beyond the city walls. You must see it too, right, cutie? Let's follow the trail and have a look where our thief was headed, shall we? The elemental traces are strong here, but it seems our thief did not stay for long. The trail keeps going. Let's keep looking.
Well, didn't think I'd be helping out a librarian, trying to find books. So, how's your things going?
It's good I'm fishing as a bastion.
Oh god, no. Not with the Bastion.
Yes, fishing watch with the bastion.
I swear to fucking god, no. No,
I'm saving this
no.
after I'm done with it. I'm not done with it for a long ass time.
Oh my god, Dave. You're fucking
What?
killing me. You're fucking killing me.
I need it.
You do not need it. You're not like SpongeBob with fucking water.
I need it. No, I really do. This is going into my save games where I get bored, I'll just be like, you know what? I'll play some Bastion fishing.
Oh my goodness.
If you played it, you would understand why it's fun.
It's
Because
further
it's
than I
really
thought.
good.
Quite the intrepid explorer.
Oh, I just
our
caught a
little thief.
boot. Yay!
Maybe he's right in the turtle bed
Negative
inside the
1
shell.
money.
Okay, let's see here. But yeah, I thought I'd help Lisa before I help Jean, considering Jean will lead me to the Storm Terror's lair, and I don't want to do that until the last minute, compared to helping Lisa find some books. And she almost lost her shit when she had so many overdue books on her list. Like, she was pissed. Like, there was more of a electrified feeling in the air. That's how pissed she was.
What's the next thing I need to get to? Buy clan. Bring me free, okay.
Ice will probably be weak to electricity. Yep. I was right. So Beto basically swings it left, right. And then you got every other character with the heavy sword where they just swing around and around and around and around and around and around and around.
Yep.
like a fucking torpedo.
Maybe they are a torpedo.
I just find it very interesting how Beto is one of the only ones that swings it left, right instead of, you know, swinging it full circle. I am thankful I actually learned how to use this ahead of time. This elemental sight. And when I say I learned it ahead of time, I mean like I played so many Assassin's Creed games I know how to use this, even though it's not the same thing. Once you play enough games with the vision ability, you'll know how to use it. Damn it, where did he go? There's so much grass I don't even know where the hell the trace is. Oh, there it is. Oh.
It must
I
be
caught
nearby.
a swordfish, yay!
Using elemental sight, you can even detect magic.
Honestly,
Follow the
because of the
flow
whole
of magic
COVID
to
thing, I
find
can't
the
even
book.
really go fishing. Honestly. I
Well,
literally...
my uncle did say he's gonna take me, so I guess you probably technically could nowadays.
Yeah, how about the fact that you have everyone basically fish all the fish out of the freaking river, and you know you're left with trying to fish within your town, but you can't because there's no fish. Not even like a nibble for
No
like hours
fish.
on end. Yeah, when you have the freaking Chinese go to the water, they basically eat almost everything. And by everything, I mean everything.
Oh boy.
Basically had crappie, we had like what was it, pike and everything, and then, well, when they showed up,
Oh, I see it.
let's say back in
The thief lives
2015,
inside ruins?
I would say like
Mondstadt people do
1 or
have
2
some
years down the
strange
line, there's
quirks.
no fish in the water
Please do
anymore.
not jump to such a preposterous conclusion about
If
the
anything, you
living
might
habits
get
of
like maybe a
Mondstadt's residents.
perch
This
after like
seems far
3
more
hours, which
likely to
is
be the
like
work of some
the
none too
it's not
friendly
even huge fish,
troublemakers.
it's like,
It's like you
I'd
can
say
read
the
my
size of
mind.
your like
This is more
hand,
likely to be
basically,
the
in
Abyss
terms of
Order's
size,
doing.
so it's pretty
They do
tiny.
seem to have a way of slipping in and out of places like ghosts,
And when you
after all.
want to go to other
Also,
places to
there's an
fish, because
elemental
you know
seal at the
most people
entrance.
haven't fished
It looks
that
like the result of
place,
an Abyss mage's
well then you have
magic.
COVID people
A
being
seal?
like, oh you can't
How
fish
does that
here because you need
benefit?
to have a
Is
license
this
to
gonna
fish, you
turn
can
into
only
another
fish
huge
within town and
ordeal?
some other bullshit.
Not to worry. If you think a little magic can keep me out, think again.
So yeah, I don't know how your laws
Why is
work, but our
that?
laws are kind of bullshit on the fishing part.
Come on.
Whoa. So this is what Lisa's like when she's hard at work.
Oh, go on in. Fucking recommend me level 20. I got like two characters that are level 30 and 40. I'm good.
It's so much bigger in here than Paimon thought.
Ooh.
Do we really have to go all the way inside?
If you borrow a book, you have to return it. There will be no exceptions.
I like gliding.
How much though do you like
A
of
lot.
the gliding?
Of the gliding. You sound like fucking Starfire out of Teen Titans when you said that.
Okay then.
Fucking the gliding. It's just gliding.
I didn't mean to sound like it, but sure.
How much do you like of the gliding?
You want me to bring you a fucking empty can, Torbjorn? What the fuck is wrong with you? That's because people are buying that shit. Why in the first place are you even selling that? It's like, hey you, can you get me an empty can?
Oh my god.
And he's like, I'll give you like, I don't know, $199.8 million for it. I'm like, bro, it's a fucking can.
Come a little closer.
Why is a can more valuable than a fish? Like a freaking empty can. Was it like super rare? Yeah, this fishing simulator is going pretty silly, but it's good. Next thing you know, he's gonna be like, hey you, can you get me a plastic bag? I'll sell you $10 billion for it.
How the fuck do I attack the sensors on this damn thing?
Eyes on me!
Get there. Thank you. Somebody's gonna guide me on how the fuck to get through that door. So it's like, attack the sensors. Vague as it may be, I don't know how the fuck that is even possible. But I can try.
Oh, Hollywood. That's a good ass yummy fish. White
Okay,
skin.
so it's that
nearly
mechanism.
time for afternoon tea.
So it's... Okay, so it's basically like connect the dots, Dave.
Oh yeah, and I hope you do enjoy your fishing whenever your uncle takes you out.
Yep, I told him I can be patient as long as it fucking takes.
Well, usually when we are like, it's not just that, but usually we have like small talk, small chatter.
You're
Usually
in
with my
for a little
father
shock.
about stuff. While we wait for fish.
Because honestly, I remember you telling me, oh, it could take hours to even days to catch one foot fish.
Depending on the weather, if it's really windy, that's a day I would say don't even bother going fishing. Your chances of getting fish are basically about as... What would be... Basically pulling a gacha character, but even lower than that.
If
like
it's a
near
storm
to...
or... Wait, what?
No, if it's windy, just wind in general.
Okay, that is understandable. Fish don't like the wind. Because it
Yes.
pulls the current.
Well, it's not that. It somehow just bothers them. Like, even on, like, the thunderstorm's not a good idea. Rain? Apparently rain's actually in a pretty okay weather to fish in. In fact, sometimes you might have a better chance catching a fish in rain.
Just
Oh
like
yeah, oh yeah,
Minecraft.
and...
Just like
Another-
Minecraft back in the day.
Yeah, and there is one small problem that fish do not like really hot weather. If it's weather is like 30 degrees and above, the fish will practically be either going to a place where the water is really cold or just not be in the river at all. Well, like, depending on the scenario.
Yep.
So, they're kind of like really picky people. As for, I don't know,
Well, I don't blame them for being picky. I would be thinking about that as well. Oh, fuck, I got frozen again.
Power that ended high.
Oh yeah, do you have bobber? Or like, a floater basically? Either that or something else. Like something you attach to your line that like, it's kind of like a sensory.
My uncle probably has something, considering he has practically over a dozen fucking lines at this point.
Well, it's not about lines, it's also like the tackle and whatnot, but there's one tip of advice I could say. If you're going for like bottom, like fishing for at the bottom
Okay,
for like.
hold on, I'm pissed. Hold on, I'm pissed.
Sorry.
This fucker is freezing me. I'm gonna fucking teach him not to piss me off.
Prepare to be blown away.
Come here, you son of a bitch. Done. Alright. Sorry, that fucker.
Find this place? It's so well hidden.
That fucker literally kept freezing me every second. I couldn't even get unfrozen. Because I get refrozen.
I have no interest in finding out where you little
Then that's
rascals
not
hide
great.
yourselves away, but I do want my book back. Tell
Imagine
me,
being frozen by
how
May
is it that
every
you have the
second.
time
You
to
can't even
conceal your
get
stronghold
out.
and apply a magic
You
seal,
can't even
but
die.
not to sign out a
I don't
library
even
book
wanna
in the
know.
proper manner? You have no respect whatsoever for other people's work.
But yeah, one thing I did learn is if you reach to the bottom, you turn it a little bit, and then you hold the line with your finger, which is pretty effective, because it'll let you know if the fish is nibbling on
The
it,
librarian, although
or
I
in
believe
fact
that should
actually
be quite
pulling
clear
on the
already.
bait.
Return the book. This is an ultimatum.
I learned a lot from my father, and my father has learned a lot from me when I was a kid. And the reason I'm saying my father learned a lot from me is because I always used to fish close by the shore. And, well, most of the time, there wouldn't be any big fish, but there'd be some of those rare cases where the big fish is near the shore, hunting for the mini one. And usually I'd be the one finding it.
Naughty boys who don't do what they're told need a little punishment to keep them in
That's so
line.
funny.
This is why I call it troublesome work. We'll just need to find the book ourselves. It should be around here somewhere.
I don't understand.
That was fucking brilliant. Just as soon as he says, "I'm not giving you the fucking book. It contains a secret." Literally, as soon as he tells Lisa that, Lisa literally just fucking kills him. Just kills him, just right on the spot. Just done for. I'm over here like, holy shit.
It's the Pale Princess and the Six Pygmies. Paimon remembers that name. Is this the one you were looking for?
That's the one. It's a good thing it isn't damaged. Otherwise...
Otherwise what? Are you telling me you have even more crazy punishments up your sleeve?
I would have probably have needed to dish out a little taste of one of my potions in that case. Then again, as I said, it isn't from the restricted section, which is the only reason I would let the average citizen borrow it in the first place. And it doesn't appear to have any abnormal elemental properties, save for the markings I put on it.
Yeah, it seems like just an average storybook.
As far as my duties as a librarian go, my troublesome work is finished. Since this book has piqued your interest, why don't I let you borrow it? There's no time limit for you. I will register you as custodian rather than borrower. This is an exclusive privilege reserved for trusted citizens only.
Exclusive privilege? Why does Paimon feel this is just your sneaky way of offloading your troublesome work onto someone else?
Excuse me, are you in some way dissatisfied with my work? Good. You're amenable to reason then. I do wish I could keep you by my side as my personal assistant. My work here is done. I'm going back. Don't forget to register at the library when you have a spare moment.
Good grief. She's a bit too flirtatious for my liking.
What? Liz?
Lisa, yes. She's fucking flirtatious as ever. Especially in her tone.
I mean, of course she'd be.
I'll probably get to Jean later today. Not sure. Because I want to get to Storm Terror's lair, but I don't want to spoil the fun of getting to go there. I don't know, I just save every good moment to the last second. Hence why I haven't touched the Walking Dead game or LA Noire. I haven't touched any of those games. I don't know why, I just like to save the best for last.
Hmm.
So many fucking decisions in The Walking Dead that paved the way. Especially at the beginning.
You've returned. The paperwork is done. You are now the custodian of this book.
Thank you, Miss Lisa. But Paimon thinks we're forgetting something. Look, over there on the shelf. Isn't that the Tavat travel guide? And look how many copies there are.
Oh yeah, I do have one
Travel
small
Guide is a serial
advice.
publication. It is not part of the
Did
library's
you,
formal collection.
well, it's not even advice, this is more like a fact.
Take one.
Did you know there's an actual fish in Hungary that can live both in and out of water?
My troublesome work was a
Travel guide was just bait to get us to do a
Oh,
day's work.
okay.
I hadn't anticipated that a few routine returns inquiries would take us out of the city, let alone down into some underground ruins.
Man.
As compensation
Okay.
for dragging you into all this bother, take these souvenirs.
Wow, Lisa went and bought us some special souvenirs.
In fact, they were intended for our next outing. But, never mind. We can discuss next time's activity when the time comes. I hope you are looking forward to it.
Next outing. I think she has something for us. Something for us. Considering outing can be a metaphor.
Please be
Rank
quiet
18.
within the premises and refrain from making a racket.
Alright, what were you saying?
It's nothing important.
You said something about it can survive on both land and sea, or...
It was a fish in Hungary, basically. And it literally eats duck liver as bait.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah. We basically... If I remember, I think my cousins caught one of those, and I found out that it lived through land when it was still practically jumping up and down after, like, we took it out of the water for, like, 3 hours or so, and it'd still be, you know, moving around like it hasn't even died. Fine enough to only wait.
So it's basically the Darwin of the fucking sea.
Oh yeah, except this Darwin has sharp teeth like a pike.
A piranha or
Hmm.
what kind of sharp teeth? Because piranhas also have sharp
Not,
teeth too.
no, like a pike, you know, that sort of sharp teeth, like close to a knife.
So piranhas are second to that then.
Oh yeah, the piranhas are like basically the highest in terms of teeth, probably equivalent to being as sharp as a shark's teeth. And any other fish below them is, well, you know, pretty sharp in terms of teeth. Still potentially bleed from them if they bite you.
Also, apparently, piranhas are not that fucking violent. I mean, unless you know, intentionally piss them off.
They're not a violent creature on their own, but in packs they still can be pretty violent.
Well,
And they only become violent.
That's my mentality for you.
Well, then, but they also can become violent if there is scarce food.
Yep.
If there's no food, they might start. Well, what I heard from in terms of, I think, close to Asia or Africa around that park, you have like little girls getting their entire skin chewed off from these creatures, sometimes down to the damn bone, just for entering the water. Which sometimes, if I think about it, it's like, are those creatures really not violent?
Well, they're not as violent as fucking cartoons make them to be. Where they fucking tear you to
Yeah.
shreds, down to the bone.
Oh, they would practically do that to you
If they didn't have any food for a long time.
I know, but that basically means if you fall in the water, you could be gone within like seconds.
Well, if it's a large enough pack, maybe, but usually they don't travel in that much of a school. They usually travel in like groups.
Yes, and those groups can consist of 30 or more, sometimes 50.
I don't know, but they shouldn't be as violent as long as they're not fucking ticked off, like, you know, they don't have any food.
Well, they fall into water. It could be like, you know, basically entering like a hippo's water with it. Damn violent.
Yeah,
Where you entering their place.
Don't even get me started with hippos. But fuck.
If I recall, the most dangerous shark is the bull shark.
Oh, that one.
Oh, and while some fish aren't like aggressive, or say something like a swordfish, usually you should be mostly cautious around some of them.
Well, a swordfish can fucking penetrate you, probably.
Yeah, like sometimes they'll come out of the water.
Cause I'll Google it. Yep. Yeah, you want to be cautious around that, cause he could fence a fucking hole in you.
Yeah, practically impale you if you.
If you're not fucking careful around it. Cause literally, its fucking nose is practically a fencing sword. It can fucking poke right through you.
Yeah, but when you have it caught on a line and it has the chance to basically jump onto the boat, which sometimes it does in that case, well, I'd probably make a damn run for it rather than try.
Cause that son of a bitch could fence you in the eye if it gets under the boat.
Well, I don't even want to picture it being in the eye because how the hell are you gonna get that out with surgery?
Oh, you could, but you're gonna have to take your eye socket with you.
That's gross.
Literally, that's the only way if the fucking swordfish gets that shit into your eyes. Because there's no other way. You can't save a fucking eye that's fenced in. Yeah, sometimes I'm curious about this game. Like, you know, what happens after we complete our main goal of finding the brother or sister. But then I'm like, no, don't even look it up.
You do not want to know.
I don't want to look it up, and I fucking am glad I don't look it up because
I won't make an assumption, but as my assumption is you complete that and now you're just left with whatever open world, you know.
no, I mean like in terms of lore, story,
Oh,
etc.
lore. I see.
Like basically, after you complete your main quest, where the fuck do the two go from there when they're reunited and defeat this fucking god demon, whatever cube-powered bastard this is? But I don't even want to fucking look it up because otherwise it just ruins the fun of this game. It ruins the fun of finding out.
I really do not like the villain. I really don't. Not just
The main
because
villain.
Well, the main villain, because it freaking reminds me of Infinite from Sonic Forces, which I already dealt with.
Infinite?
Right, that's right, you never played Sonic Forces, so you wouldn't have known that he was the first cube villain.
Oh, that.
Before the freaking Genshin Impact and all of that.
I kind of forgot about him. Not like, you know, design-wise. I remember that.
Oh no, but I'm just saying in terms of
But
villain.
altogether, I fucking forgot about him. But that's. I got a different vibe off of this main villain in Genshin Impact. I got a way different vibe off of them.
Sadly, I didn't really get much of a vibe off of it after Sonic Forces practically left me in trauma.
I think. What's the fucking game? What's the game called? I think it's called 3D Impact Honkai or whatever the hell.
Honkai Impact 3D.
Yeah, I saw a couple of ads for that where it had that little cube shit going on. And that's what vibe I got off of it. I'm like, oh fuck no, don't tell me this is another spin-off of that.
Actually, the Honkai 3D Impact, if it came to the PlayStation, I think I would enjoy it.
And then I play this game, and I'm like, hey, it's not so bad. It's like an open world, and I like it. Or actually, not like an open world. It's like an adventure. Or actually, it is adventure. Fuck. It's just like there's so much more freedom after everything's done. We lost our match, and now we get open world to explore. Which I kinda wish I lived in this time era. Things were a lot fucking simpler.
I would go back to the era days where a lot of good games were made in single player.
I'd go back to where I can live the single player games.
Though we wouldn't have met in that scenario if that's the case.
We probably would. Although it'd be a fucking random chance of adventures.
Random chance of adventures?
Yeah, considering if I were to be able to live the single player games, I'd probably be a traveler. You know, just going everywhere. Because I would not be able to stay in one place.
I think I could agree with you on that. I did not like staying in one place.
Like when you have nothing but books and shit to read or do, you might want to go travel. Explore a bit. If only I could go back in time and actually live it.
I'd like to introduce past me to frickin' multiplayer games.
And I would like to go back to, like, not even 9th century, just like back when things were a lot more simpler. Not as dark though. That's like medieval timeline. But just like, you know, where you can actually explore everywhere.
I was always curious on the whole medieval timeline.
Honestly, the only thing
Welcome to Mondstadt.
the only thing I would not like about going back in time to those ages is how dark the medieval times tend to be. Not with like Black Plague or Black Death or whatever, but I mean like all together, like the punishments and everything for doing certain things under certain circumstances.
Yeah.
Like hell, you'd be even fucking like here's one of the things that people didn't like back then. You could be burned at the fucking stake. I think in Europe, if you fucking if you were a woman and you cross-dressed into men's clothes, you could be burned at the stake for that in the past.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that now. That was part of the history in there.
Yeah, so that's the only thing I wouldn't like, but at the same time...
Well, you should also remember the fact that practically they would also do the exact same thing to what they believe were people like witches or something. I don't know. So that was an actual history in Europe about the whole witch shenanigans, burn the witch. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yep. But yeah, other than those dark times, I definitely want to be able to live the single player games. Except Fallout. That's the only game I would not want to live. Being able to feel all the radiation and everything. Yeah, no. No thank you. And I have to walk around in a heavy fucking suit of power armor. Yeah, no. Not my cup of tea. Do. I wonder if I should get about 3 more hours in or not.
For what?
Just sleep all together.
Up to you.
Let's see here. Stuff to do. There it is. There's my alarm. I can actually reset it. 2 hours and 42 minutes from now. Okay then. But yeah, interesting conversation.
It can get interesting as long as you don't have a tendency to ignore me.
Although, if you had to live in one world, it don't matter if you're fucking male, female, wherever the fuck. If you had to live in one world, what would it be? It could be video game, it could be books, it could be anything. It could be even film.
That one I can't even really decide that.
Cause honestly, my answer is pretty fucking obvious, considering this world's properties.
Oh well.
Considering witches and people are coexisting in this little world over here. And it's a mix between medieval and, well, modern. So Genshin Impact is definitely my world. but I don't know about yours.
Hmm. It should be pretty obvious, though, at least for the first part.
And the obvious part would be
Well, you remember I'm still a Dragon Ball fan, right?
you'd want to live in the Dragon Ball world.
Yeah?
Alrighty.
Problem? What's the problem with that?
Well, hopefully you find Master Roshi so you can find Goku, so you can find Vegeta, so you can find the rest of them, so you can get started on your little key control trip. Cause you're gonna have to go through a laundry list of people to
Honestly.
find and things to do.
Honestly, if I recall, frickin' Gohan was able to teach Videl how to do key control, so I don't think my options would be just limited to just one or a few people, you know?
No, I mean like the connection chain that you'd have to go through, because I don't think Goku and Gohan would be too easy to find. I mean, unless you conveniently stop by the high school at the most convenient time of the convenient day, at the most convenient moment, where he's in that one classroom, that one lecture hall.
True, but then there would be raised suspicion or something like that.
But personally, if I were to live in the Dragon Ball world, my first thing would be, I'm gonna go find Master Roshi, so then I can go find Goku's family, so then I can go find everybody else. And try to fucking have them teach me some key control. I mean, granted, Master Roshi could probably fucking do it, but, you know. He's
No,
kinda,
it's not that. I would feel like if it were me, I'd also train with Roshi first before going there. You know, if you
well,
remember, Roshi's training from the original Dragon Ball.
well, then again, Goku did also learn fucking Kamehameha and flying on his own, if not from the help of Kami and Popo with all that shit. But yeah, Master Roshi will basically be boot camp, and then you'd have the connection chain go up to the point of not Goku, but like just up to there. Cause yeah, if I were a random like it's not even if I was Earthling or a Saiyan, I just altogether just I just go over to Master Roshi and just try to get training, no matter what the fuck it costs me. Considering he does drive a hard bargain at times. At times.
True, but
Uh,
I'd also
uh,
like to
especially if
meet
we're
like, hmm?
oh, especially if we're talking like post tournament Power Roshi. Yeah, the Krillin trick would not entirely work.
I mean, would you also visit the Supreme Kai depending on the scenario?
The Supreme
Or no,
Kai.
no, Elder. I meant Elder Kai. Sorry, I get those two mixed up somehow.
Well, via the connection chain, I could probably do that. Cause then after Roshi, I could probably go to many other people that could have connections to the Elder Kai, which I can request to go to, and then I'd have to drive a fucking bargain there, considering it was already a bit of a pain in the ass to get Elder Kai to unleash Gohan's potential.
Yeah, but if you think about the scenario, while they says it takes a day out there, you can use like someone's basically explaining like what if Goku got the potential unleash how it's still the same thing, so they use the hyperbolic time chamber, which is like a day in there is a minute out there, or something like that, you know? Or an hour like out there, you know?
Okay, here's how it works. A day outside is a year inside for the hyperbolic time chamber.
Well, yeah, but since it takes like, a day outside, you could only take Goku like a few minutes to get something like his potential unleashed from in there. So, like what, a few minutes? You
Yeah,
have like some. You could
yeah.
make something work.
Let's see here. So 30 minutes outside is 4.6 days in the time chamber. So technically, yes. Technically, you are correct. Because if 30 minutes outside of the hyperbolic time chamber is 4.6 days in the time chamber, then yeah, technically you are right. It's about a few minutes.
But yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, imagine Goku having fucking potential unleashed and Super Saiyan Blue in the tournament power. I mean, it wouldn't do jack shit to Jiren,
Actually, fun enough, someone made a theory where Goku got so strong with his potential unleash that he only used Ultra Instinct once in that said theory, and then didn't even have to rely on it because his potential unleash basically made him so damn OP in
no,
terms of string it.
no,
It
that's
was
just fucking
basic.
plot armor.
Well, what else would you do? Because in terms of theory, potential at least is a better Super Saiyan Blue, just without, the stamina drain or any of the holdbacks of said transformation.
Considering how powerful fucking Jiren is.
It didn't outright, the form does not outright defeat Jiren, but it does push him to, have to go practically 100% power. But the
Close to
thing,
it, considering it took Ultra Instinct Goku to basically make him lose his shit. Or
I
his
know, but
shirt.
think about Goku with potential unleash and then Kaioken times 20 with the two forms.
Fucking literally as soon as Jiren sees Ultra Instinct Goku, he just starts fucking screaming and just loses his shirt. He's just like, fuck this.
Fuck this shit. Screw you, Kakarot carrot cake.
Look, literally he sees Ultra Instinct Goku, he just loses his absolute shit. He just loses his mind. He just starts fucking screaming as he rides out.
It's like, ah.
And,
Just,
and he literally attains the upper body of DBZ Broly. That's why I fucking noticed after seeing that.
yes.
I was like, since when the fuck did you meet Broly? Since
I met bro.
when did you learn to roid out like Broly over here?
It's like, I met Brawly like 5 years ago.
Cause like he never had that much upper body fucking swollenness until he loses his shit.
What if Junis was secretly hiding all those abs and muscles behind a single armor? Or Pride Trooper armor, or whatever it is.
Too sexy for my shirt. For my shirt.
Yep.
I still can't get over that fucking song. That little mini song. That's fucking. I can't get over it. Too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my
Sexy
shirt.
for my shirt.
It only took 5 seconds to make a catchy song with that bastard.
I mean, it'd be surprising if it wasn't catchy.
Yep, and then I think you get Gohan at the beginning of that, basically giving Cell a no you.
What I'm kind of curious on this is my theory, is what would happen to Cell if Gohan had potential unleash at a teen age?
Well, if they got the connections.
Just out of curiosity.
If they got the connections to make that happen, holy shit, Cell would be like more brutalized than brutalized could be. Like it's like instead of just ripping the fucking wings off the butterfly or whatever, if Gohan was pissed enough, he'd probably take the entire fucking legs with them.
Probably.
As for Gohan, like Super Saiyan, where he's just like, I don't want to fight you, I don't want to fight you. He'd probably fucking waste it.
I didn't really like that arc. I was like, Dude, you like. I'm looking at a kid I was always screaming at going like, just fight him, damn it.
Oh, when you try to get a pacifist to fight a fight that he doesn't want to fight, yeah, that does not go well.
Yeah, but you clearly see this dude has murdered cities and willing to kill basically anybody. At the very
Ooh,
least
ooh,
try to fight.
I know the effect. I know the name for the effect now.
The effect.
It's called the Batman effect.
Okay, what does that have to do with anything?
Because you see Cell fucking murdered like millions of people, cause fucking havoc and devastation, and yet fucking Gohan doesn't want to fight him, much less kill him.
Hmm.
And then you fucking have Batman over here, sees Joker fucking kill millions, hundreds of thousands, even millions of people, and he still won't fucking fight, much less kill him. Like Batman just throws him in a fucking cell, he breaks out of the cell, and then throws him right back in. Never kills
Well,
him.
it's because of some sort of hero law. You know, you aren't supposed to kill the villains.
And Batman has one excuse for why the fuck he does it. He's like, if I go there, I will never come back. And I think Gohan said the same fucking thing in the abridged version, by the way. He was like, I was scared that if I go to this length, I will never come back. But I'm not scared anymore. So I'm dubbing that the Batman effect. Too scared for A to happen, thus going with B. Because yes, it's not even hero law. He just never fucking kills him because he's like, if I do this, then I won't come back ever. And there was a question
Hmm?
about live action Batman movies and which actor was best, and like none of them. Cause literally every fucking Batman I've ever heard in live action is like, Batman. Fucking deep voice. Just, no.
I'm Batman.
And then somebody is like, have you ever seen fucking Batman and Robin movie? I'm like, wait, what? And I go look at it, I'm like, perfect fucking voice.
You just
Stays in character and doesn't do the Batman. Fucking
I'm
me.
Batman.
And literally every time the modern day fucking Batman ever speaks, it's like, I got a deep voice. I'm totally Batman. Yeah.
Oh, you should see cosplayers. They have to do that deep voice.
And I fucking hate it because, like, I would take the cartoons over the fucking live actions any time of the day because they don't do the Batman.
Well, also video games do that too with the Batman series, so...
Sometimes.
But most of the time, it is.
At least it's not as bad as, not Dark Knight Returns, no. It's the one with fucking Bane, I think. Not sure, though. But my god, every time I hear a deep voice Batman, I literally want to leave the fucking room and not watch the movie. Because I'm like, no, this is not Batman. This is not modern day Batman. This is not Batman. This is not the Batman I know.
Well, at least the Batman movies are better than trying to watch a Superman movie and you're just like...
I
No.
wouldn't watch either, actually. I never watched a single fucking Superman movie in my life, much less a cartoon of Superman. All I've ever heard was debates on fucking Superman. That's the only thing I ever heard from Superman.
Well, there's some Superman movies, and let's just say they're not as good as you'd think they'd be.
And I was disappointed by fucking Batman's deep voice. So what else could surprise me?
Hmm.
Oh, let me guess, a romance-based plot, or
No, it's not even romance-based, but just that the whole movie in general is so easy and predictable.
because Superman has superpowers?
Yeah, that basically can sum up in a summary. Has superpowers. Oh, the villain has him now. Oh no, he lost his weakness. Now he loses. And then you have,
It's the type of plot that has been repeated for over a few decades now.
and then
Where
you have like, I think it wasn't even like a live action movie. It was just a regular like cartoon movie of like freaking Superman basically murdering the villain, which is the only good time that an actual movie has Superman actually not just being on his hero for justice. I can't hurt my villains, or even let
yeah,
alone try to kill them.
I think Batman put it in the best fucking way possible. You bruise, but don't kill.
Oh yeah, and then there was like a Batman versus Superman movie or something like that.
Oh god, do not fucking remind me of the
Like it
hype
was
wave for that.
it was a weird hype wave, and I was like, but why though?
Literally, I see the movie, I'm like, this is fine and all, but why? And then see the hype train, it's like, let's go, motherfucker!
And you have like Batman, Superman's fans arguing, going to watch the movie who wins.
And you got mostly Superman fans being like, oh, fucking Superman will fucking one punch into the fucking stratosphere. No questions asked. No debate. And then you got fucking, the whole trailer where Batman shows up in this fucking suit or whatever, I don't know.
Hmm.
And it's a fucking weird hype train for either of them. It could be Iron Man versus Superman. It could be Batman versus Superman. It could be fucking anybody versus Superman, and it's gonna be a weird fucking hype wave.
Honest,
Throw Green Lantern in there. That'll be an interesting conversation.
honestly, there's already been like freaking the comments of like Superwoman versus Superman.
Oh
Like literally,
no!
yeah, there's those types of then I'm like, why? It's just an alternate version of the same character.
Oh my god! Don't even get me started with Wonder Woman, or not Wonder Woman, fucking Superwoman. Fuck.
Basically, just call it Alteration Superman or something.
But yeah, don't even get me started with the alternate version.
Yeah, it's weird.
I think that's why Injustice 2 popped off so fucking well. Actually, come to think of it.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because there's a Batman versus Superman battle in there.
Yeah, except Superman's the villain. Or some bullshit.
Under certain circumstances, because apparently Superman gets corrupted by Brainiac's fucking tech, and Batman had to get a new suit in order to stop him, with Kryptonian in it. I saw the green in his suit, and I'm like, oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. A Kryptonian bat suit versus Superman. And literally, Superman shit stomped everybody except Batman. And you could choose between either the Batman wins ending or the Superman wins ending. If you choose the Batman wins ending, you actually get a nice, satisfactory ending. And then if you get the Superman wins ending, then you get well, you're in the fucking corner. What are you gonna do with this sort of ending?
Mm-hmm.
Because the villain wins, and their fucking perspective is not in the right line of sight. So, what the hell are you gonna do? There's only one pure person, and they're in the corner in a cell that they can't escape from. And the funny thing is that he didn't even kill Batman. Actually, he just literally just manipulated him, like mind controlled him. So yeah, I think that's why Injustice 2 popped off so well. It, it's not even that Sub-Zero and Raiden were involved in it. It's not even that. It's also the story where Superman gets to go against Batman. Cause like we haven't seen that before.
Definitely.
I mean, Seth the programmer fucking literally does that shit for a living. Seth the programmer. Cause like he did a Aizen from you know Bleach, right?
Yep.
He did a Aizen versus Madara from Naruto. He literally did a fucking hour-long video on that with one of his friends. And then he debunks fucking Superman being the most powerful superhero of all time. Gives the honest truth on the Goku versus Superman debate.
Okay, I think I saw that one. A bunch of people actually watched that.
He also debunked fucking Death Battle when it came to Goku versus Superman on both rounds. He did Jiren versus Superman, his own battle. And then he even involved Death Note. He even involved Death Note, replacing L, the detective, with Batman to see if Batman could solve the whole Kira case around Death Note. You know, where a bunch of people go fucking limp. But yeah, Seth the programmer fucking did a whole like living off of this, off of just telling you who would win. And you know what's funny?
Hmm.
He literally did a Goku versus Naruto video. And I'm not even kidding. He was like, guys, this is not up for any debate. Goku shit stomps Naruto. And
It would.
he even pulls out all the evidence. He's like, this is why Goku shit stomps Naruto. And he even had to fucking make a second video on it. And he's like, okay, let me fucking balance Naruto to be a little more of a highball so he can get all the way to Goku's level. Let's say they're at even stats. Let me tell you who would win. And he's not lying. He's not lying. Goku would shit stomp fucking Naruto. Like not even with Ultra Instinct or anything like that. Just shit stomp altogether.
Oh no, I heard like basically Goku in base form from like was it Saiyan Saga could literally shitstorm Naruto. I'm like, oh, that's a bit underwhelming for me to know, but cool.
I mean, not really. It wouldn't be base Goku from the Saiyan Saga, considering he could barely fucking take a goddamn giant ape without getting cucked over.
Well, you know, the
So so
highest
so
the
so
Naruto
so
character is shown is to blow up half a moon, and Piccolo blows that up pretty darn easily.
so imagine a huge fucking Bijou bomb, like a fucking huge ass Bijou bomb, like the size of the fucking moon. But I would say Goku from not the Cell Saga. Cell Saga would be over fucking kill, but like post Frieza saga, post Heart Virus, Goku would definitely shit stomp Naruto in his full power. In Naruto's full power, not Goku's. But if it's like post Heart Virus, pre Cell games, around that
Yeah.
area, I'd say that's a good shit stomp on Naruto. Anything beyond to the Cell games is kind of overkill. Cause literally, Goku just Goku just Goku, Goku could just burst the fuck out of Naruto. Just flick, just flick, and you're gone.
I mean, that's an easy flick.
Cause literally in the Cell games, he shows that he has the full fucking potential of Super Saiyan unlocked, on the edge of Super Saiyan 2. And then in the Book Saga, he goes even further beyond that. So he could shit on Naruto if it came to the Cell games. If like randomly during the middle of the Cell games, Goku was transported to go face Naruto, he'd probably shit stomp on him. Argument doesn't even exist.
Arguing in an argument?
He literally, I still get this notification of this dude that literally is he's arguing an argument that doesn't even exist. It's like,
Bruh.
cause I remind him about a few times now that the fucking original question was whether his life was in danger, not if he could get charged with anything in court or go to jail. And yeah, he's like, oh, U.S. court this, law this, and law that. And I'm like, oh my god, you're arguing an argument that doesn't even exist. I'm not arguing with laws. I'm arguing about whether his life is in danger or not. Which, concerning the video, he must have had either no bullets in the chamber of that gun, the safety was on,
Hmm.
or both. So his life would probably not be in danger, considering that the fucking driver was so confident that, you know, he didn't have one in the chamber to actually fucking fire at the guy. Not that he would, considering that the other driver was just being an asshole. That's all. The only part where the guy's life would be ever in danger that I could probably
Hmm.
see is him fucking literally slamming the brake after seeing the gun get pulled out. But that's not that guy's life that's in danger, it's the lives of the people behind him. grief.
What happened?
Just have to explain to people that one thing's not my style, so I go with the other thing.
Hmm.
Because this person's like, do a little bit of this and do a little bit of that. I'm like, well, I don't have this and I don't have that, so I can't do this. In summary. But yeah, if I ever get bored, I would always either go to him or, you know, just somebody who does commentary. Hell, I would even go to r slash where he literally reads out stories from people who actually murdered somebody and decided to put it on Reddit. I'm not even fucking
Hmm.
kidding. R slash nuclear revenge. Somebody actually wrote a fucking story, and it's a real story, by the way, where they even give the fucking address of the city that they were in, saying that the story went that this person's sister was treated like shit, and the grandmother dared the sister to go ahead and fucking light herself ablaze,
Mm-hmm.
and she did. And so what the main character did is basically go to the grandmother's fucking house after some strategic planning to get away with it. Basically goes to the grandmother's house and decides to choke the shit out of her. And, and even when she was unconscious, the fucking main character decided to still choke her out for another 10 more minutes. Out of rage.
Oh.
And apparently something happened to the mother and father who were responsible for it as well as the grandmother for the main character's sister's death. Something happened and the main character was like, no, I think it's much more punishment to have them live than for them to die. Which is fair, I guess.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
What?
That looks like fucking sandpaper now that I think about it with this title. R slash malicious compliance. Write a... Okay, let's see here. So the teacher says, write a 4,000 word essay on one page. And this fucker literally did it. He literally did it on one page. And it looks like a piece of sandpaper with how much words were packed into it. I can only describe it as fucking sandpaper. It's like that kind of pattern. Or better yet, like the static you would see on an old television screen. That's why I could also say it looks like, you know, those white and black dots that are on the screen when you don't have any
Hmm.
connection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically looks like that. Pretty fucking ballsy of this dude to do. write 4,000 words of an essay on one fucking page with such a small font. Pretty damn ballsy. It's like microscopic. That's how small it is. If my student turned in this for an essay, I'd give him a fucking A plus on the spot. Because that'd be, like, pretty ballsy of them to do. Let's go the extra mile and do that.
So what, you'd give a student A plus just for doing something like that?
Yep. And I'd be like, you know what? Go back and don't redo it. Just fucking have the font be bigger. You get A plus a day. I'd be laughing the entire time. I'd be like, this is fucking humorous. I like it. Although the original teacher probably didn't like it. The original teacher was probably staring at like, what the fuck? Why you do this to me? Why you bully me?
Yep. That do be the case.
And yet, I'm over here. I would be the teacher that'd be like, A plus, but can you resize the font? I'm taking off the restriction of one page.
Imagine you asked your students to write a subject about something that you dislike.
Yep.
What if they asked you to write one for them? Just as a joke.
About stuff I dislike.
Ah, yeah, that's an example.
Where the fuck to start?
I know you dislike the auto-tune game.
In its musical taste, yes, but it does give a... What is it called again? It's not just dance. I don't think that's what it's called. It's one of those fucking arcade vibes with fucking smashing the goddamn arrow keys like crazy.
Oh, you mean DDR, Dance Dance Revolution?
Yes, I think that's the arcade machine that it was.
I want to
know,
get one of those. I really want to own one of those now.
Where literally the arrow keys are not even arrow keys. That you basically just step backwards or forwards.
Oh, fun enough, actually, some people who played the game, or at least that the Dance Dance Revolution, would sometimes, use to press the backspace or the back arrow, they would use their little hands.
Oh my god. Fucking
So
cheat
left,
codes.
right. Oh no, I would do the same too.
Fucking cheat codes.
How's that cheat code when it works?
You're supposed to step on the fucking arrow key, god damn it.
I mean, there's a freaking mod in the auto-tune which has Cappy, and he literally uses his damn hands to press the down, the down arrow. And I was like, oh, interesting. That gives a good sense of how Dance Dance Revolution players play it. Though it's kind of true.
So I'm the only one that actually decided to step on the fucking arrow keys.
Hey, I used to usually step on the arrow keys, but I never thought of using my hands, so that's something I might do. You know?
Yep.
But yeah, they have the newest one, which is being let's say the most expensive one being sold for $40,000. And it looks real good, good in pristine condition and everything.
Yeah, it's funny actually.
What's funny?
This so the Genshin Impact community is basically like maybe over like 500,000 people that are fans of it.
Mm-hmm.
The all bosses and endings video for like PS4 Pro and PC literally only has like a quarter of the fan base. Just like only like maybe a quarter, maybe an eighth.
What for PC?
Yeah, for views, like literally it has only a quarter of the community that actually watched it.
Well, some people don't want spoilers, it seems.
Oh, and yeah, only 679,000 fucking views on the entire fucking Genshin Impact game.
Good grief.
Oh, movie, all cutscenes, main quest. Guess what?
Mm-hmm.
90,000. Oh, and I go even down further. 12,000.
Jeez.
People don't fucking want to watch it. They want to experience it themselves, I guess.
Which is completely fine. At least I get that point of view.
So it looks like I'm not the only one. Cause yeah, I would rather not fucking get spoiled with it because like if I already know what the fuck's gonna happen after I accept this one quest and then after the next quest and after the next quest, if I already know what
Mm-hmm.
the fuck's gonna happen, that ruins the moment. Cause when it happens, I'm like, oh, so
I
this is
mean, when I
happening.
did tell you about the whole, like, emergency food, that was only a dialogue.
Oh, that was funny. Every time I see it now, I'm like, I'm just gonna say it. Every time they ask me who Paimon is, I'm like, they're just emergency food. And she keeps fucking screaming at me for it.
Cause, like, Bacana.
Literally, as soon as I said emergency food for like the third time, she's like, for the last time, I'm not fucking emergency food!
She's truly triggered. And you're just like, I don't give a shit. You are emergency food.
If that option comes up for like the fourth time, I'm gonna definitely use it.
Really?
Like if my brother asked me, if the brother asked me, oh who's Paimon over here? I'm like, just emergency food. That's literally what I'll just keep saying, emergency food every time I have to describe Paimon.
Jeez.
I don't care
Don't you at
what
least...
I don't care what she says.
Do you not feel bad for her at least?
Nope.
Oh, come on. Surely you must feel a tiny bit bad.
Nope.
Feel the pity for her. She's clearly sad. I'm kidding. I don't know, okay?
This hidden achievement requires you to sacrifice. I don't want you on my fucking recommendations. Fucking Genshin Impact. Fucking having a slight bit of a spoiler in the fucking thumbnail, you asshole. It's like, this achievement requires this. And it looks like a story in the thumbnail. I'm like, nope, nope, don't even.
Auto-tune, auto-tune. Ever since you described that, I've been thinking about that.
Yep, I'll turn on fucking crack. That's basically what Friday Night Fucking is about.
You know, I think that's the whole point of the title, what you're explaining right now, is they want to name that, but they couldn't. Due to legal law reasons. I mean, think about it. That was supposed to be the damn title, what you just are saying as a joke.
But yeah,
It would?
literally, when you take auto-tune too far, you get Friday Night Fucking.
Yes.
Like they look like they're fucking spraying some fire shit, and yeah, it just comes out as like mumble and.
Oh yeah, not to mention you have some characters basically screaming.
Yep.
Which I don't know, I like the screaming characters. Did I just hear do?
Yes, literally, Markiplier says fucking. Okay, so the first night is never usually that bad.
Okay, so the first night is never usually that bad in any of the games, so I'll play through.
That's a thing that's okay.
Instead of the jump scare that you usually get, fucking as soon as Chica appears, literally the Old Spice theme comes on.
Oh yeah. I
Literally,
play
literally, he says it, and then.
So the first night is never usually that bad in any of the games, so I'll play through.
And then that happens. The first night is usually never that bad. And then literally gets cut off.
You should see the memes of literally for Overwatch from literally the Old Spice body wash man being Doomfist as voice actor. Yeah, literally, I was reading the comments. I'm like, oh my freaking goodness, people.
Good fucking lord. Why am I getting more creepy ass thumbnails in my
Of what?
fucking recommended
On what?
on YouTube?
But what is the creepy thumbnails or like?
Looks like from hell.
What have you been watching?
I don't fucking know, and I don't want to know.
I'm questioning you.
I'm
What
not
have you?
answering your questioning.
What have you been watching, Tin Can?
Just that. 10 cans.
Wrong. There's no way.
Ah yes, more fucking devils in my goddamn recommended. Like I don't have enough of those in my life.
Why are you even looking at something like that? Just why?
More pro revenge shit, and next thing I know, I find yet another devil in my fucking recommended.
Just why are you even... I don't even know why you're on there in the first place.
Clearly I see a pair of fucking red eyes staring it down in my soul. As soon as I get back to my fucking recommended.
Ah, boy. What am I gonna do with you?
Kill me.
No.
So I can go beat the shit out of him.
No. You can't even kill him.
I wanna fucking try.
Yeah, and you fail miserably.
I know. That's the humor in it.
I don't understand, but okay.
So many videos to watch, so little time.